Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video I want to talk about all these platforms for decentralized applications. For example, Ethereum, EOS, LISK, Neo, Icon, ADA, what else we have? All these platforms to build decentralized applications, how they have been performing extremely well in the past bull cycle for cryptocurrencies, but how now it seems like they they got to the end of this bull cycle and they are all retracing very badly, a lot worse than other types of coins, like privacy coins or just whatever, just cryptocurrencies or other types of platforms. So it's important to note this, because if you can actually read the beginning of the bull cycle and the beginning of the bear cycle, you can enter at the beginning of the bull cycle and exit at the beginning of the bear cycle. So the only two coins that I've been holding that are for these type of platforms for decentralized applications are EOS, as you guys know, and Ethereum. So I exited at the last of my position for EOS a few days ago. This is how I played it. I'm just going to show it very quick. So I entered here, I bought 600 tokens down here, and then I bought another 330 down here in this little dip. And then I have been selling the 600 I bought here. I sold them right here, very close from the top. And the other day I just finished selling the rest of it. Now, for the ones who don't believe this, I have here, these are all my EOS transactions. You can see there's no more or no less. So I entered it in 2 times. Like, I scaled in with 2 buys and I scaled out with 4 sales. And the 3rd of March, I ended up selling the rest of it. Now, these 3 times that I sold here 1 month ago, the 27th January, 3rd and 4th of February, I sold for fiat. So I sold into my bank account. You can see it doesn't say exchange for Bitcoin or any other coin. This was straight into my bank account. But this last one here that I exited the other day, and by the way, it says 7 minutes ago, because this is a picture that I took at the moment of of selling or trading for Bitcoin, and I posted this picture along with the chart for the members in case they wanted to do the same. That's why it says here. So I mean, you can look at the dates and compare it here. The arrows point to the exact dates where I bought and sold. So these 3 times that I sold here 600 tokens, I sold them for fiat. So this is the sorry, let me go back. I sold this for fiat. This is the chart for EOS versus dollar. And this last one here I sold for Bitcoin, because if I was to sell for fiat, it would be at the same level where I bought, so I wouldn't be making any profit. But if I exchanged for Bitcoin, you can see the 330 tokens that I bought here using Bitcoin, they are still up. They were still up like 3 days ago when I did this. So this made me a profit of 80% in Bitcoin valuation for these 300 tokens. But the rest, the other 600, I bought them down here and I sold them for fiat up here. So this is how I played my EOS position. And now, I mean, it's soon to say yet, maybe I could be wrong, but it seems like all these platforms for decentralized applications are entering a bear market here, a bear cycle. So that's the reason why I have been exiting my EOS and also my Ethereum. So I posted this for the record. I made a video. It's just here, 2 trades that I'm entering. It says 2 trades I will enter in a few days, and I posted this video on the website the 23rd of February. So the 23rd was here when the price was still going up. That's why I was not going to enter this short. But at the time of making that video, the moving averages were exactly crossing bearish, which is my main signal to sell. You know, when they cross bullish is my signal to enter, and when they cross bearish is my signal to exit. But of course, if the price is still going up, you don't want to try and catch it, or, you know, on the way up, or you don't want to try and call the exact top, you know, the exact peak. You wait for evidence, and when you see it's reversing, then you enter, and that's exactly what I did. And of course, I posted the exact entry for the members at the moment that I was doing it. So far so good. I'm good with this. But the point of this, and by the way, sorry, let me just point one more thing out about EOS. It seems like, you know, I did perfect because I bought here, and then I sold right at the top, and then, you know, it seems like I want to brag about this position. I have not always been right in EOS. These targets here, these three lines are targets that I called all the way when I was buying down here. I called for this target. As soon as this target broke above, I called for the next target. I draw this line like ages ago. You can go back to my videos on YouTube and see it. As soon as we broke out of this line, I called for this target. That's why I sold here. So, and we reached there. But when we were retracing here, I actually called for $27 EOS. So I called for a higher target, and we never went there. So I have not always been right with targets, but my point of this is exactly how I want it to be. I want to be right every single time. Until then, I'm wrong one time. The last time when I'm wrong, then I need to assume a reversal and start playing it the other way. So instead of calling tops or bottoms, you can call tops or bottoms when you have evidence. Here, we had evidence. This could have been the top. I mean, this was a huge red flag. This crash here and return to normal, that was a huge red flag, okay? But still, when we were retracing here, it could have bounced on the moving average because we were still uptrending. So you can still buy here and go long, and then you are wrong and it breaks down, oh well, you take your loss. But you have been right every other time before. That's the whole point. Play, you know, be friend with the trend until the end when it bends. So instead of trying to catch every bottom or every top, you just play along, follow the trend and you will be right every single time until one time you will be wrong. And then you have to accept it. You will be wrong sometimes. It's not even, you know, your fault or anything like that. You follow the trend until the trend reverses. You don't know when the trend is going to reverse. You need to take the risk every time you go long and buy the dips, you know, but if the trend is going up, you can buy the dips and risk it every time until the last time when you were wrong. Then you stop buying the dips and then you start thinking about where to enter short, you know, or at least stay away from the market until it resolves. So that's the whole point. And now I wanted to show some other charts. For example, this is LISK, another of these decentralized application platforms. We can see it went bullish here, and it crossed bearish here. So there's been a shift in momentum, and this crash is like the biggest red flag ever. Like, I mean, this is going bearish now, but it's still up. I mean, you could still sell, maybe wait for a little bounce. I don't even know if it's going to bounce, but the message of this video is that it's not too late to exit all these types of platforms. Even though they're really low already, but it's expected they will go much lower for much longer because the bear cycle is only starting. In this case here, it just crossed bearish not long ago. What do we have for NEO? The same, it just crossed bearish, so you should have been exiting as soon as it crossed bearish. You know, it's been going up a lot for a long time here, so markets go in cycles. There's nothing you can do to avoid it. But now it's not the time to continue to buy dips for these platforms. It's time to start, you know, realizing this is probably a reversal and it's going to go in a bear cycle. We have Icon here. There's not a lot of history for this one because I don't know, I think it's new. But you can see it's been going up here and now it just crossed bearish. So the bear cycle has started not that long ago, and these cycles usually last a couple of months in average. for cryptocurrencies. We have here Cardano. So the same, it's gone up a lot, but now it crossed bearish. So it's in the middle of the, it seems to me it's in the beginning or almost in the middle of the bear cycle, but it means this is expected to continue to go down for much longer. Here, it's been going down for 2 months, maybe 1 more month going down. So, you know, yeah, it's not ideal to exit here, but I mean, it's going to go a lot lower, I think. We will have bounces. Touching moving average and bouncing off and going lower, and that's what you can expect in bear cycles. So I'm not going to be showing every single chart for these platforms, but I've been noticing, and it's normal. Usually the type of coins that do very, very well during one bull season for the crypto market as a whole, the coins that did best in the past cycle, they're going to be the ones that are going to do worst in the, you know, in the coming bear cycle. For example, because you could argue that every coin is going down versus Bitcoin for the past week or two, but it's not exactly. If we look at this one, for example, this is Zcash versus Bitcoin. It's been down already for a long time. This one had its cycle in the past season. It's not that it started to go down now. No, it's been going down since July of 2017. So this one's it's gone down a lot. It had already some consolidation down here. Not to say that it's going to start pumping. It probably needs to consolidate for a little bit longer. But this one will start the bull cycle earlier, comparing with all these other platforms for decentralized applications, because this one's got, you know, it's gone through the cycle already. And as I say, look how long these cycles last. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. 3 months going down until it starts consolidating. So this is more or less the length of the crypto cycles this year and the past year for what I've been observing and having an average. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's all for this video, guys. I hope the concept is clear. Just try to play the cycles, you know, go along, be friend with the trend until the end. When it bends, don't try to call tops or bottoms until you have evidence that that's a top or a bottom. And even when you have evidence, you will not be right 100% of the times, but you will be right much more often than if you continue to buy dips when it's clearly something is downtrending. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.